Hello, my friends. Salem Illinois here again. This week we're going to go over some stuff with the mast and the tabernacle that I ran into while we were out. Had a few issues and I wanted to address them and show you what we got going on here. If you recall, while we were sailing out there, a couple of days it got really rowdy and I guess 20-25 mile an hour winds, and started hearing this popping noise. We figured out it was a tabernacle and the mast making noise out there, and I knew I had to do something, that I'd done something wrong. So I started researching again, see what I was doing wrong. Turns out I had a whole different idea about what I needed to do to build this thing and how strong it had to be and how stiff it needed to be. So here we go. Here's the mast beam, and if you recall, I had 2 half-inch bolts through that tabernacle holding the mast up, and it was pretty stout. It's made out of oak. It's really stout, and what was happening is on WHARRAM, the flex and the hulls, the whole thing is supposed to flex together, and it was not flexing. It was not, the mast was so tight that when the boat moved, the mast didn't have a place to go, so it was trying to move the beam on the boat, and that was the popping noise that I was hearing. So I had to come home and redo that. You know, what I did was trim down the tabernacle and get rid of that top bolt. So there's only one bolt holding that in place now. And that every time the wind catches the front stay, you know, that sail is going to push your front stay sideways, which pulls the mast forward. And that's what was happening. It was trying to twist that beam in the straps. So I done away with the top one. While I had this thing down, I went ahead and that cable that goes through the front beam, it holds the pressure of the mast pushing down on the beam. So a dolphin striker right in the middle of the beam, and it bolts to either side, so it gives a lot more strength to it instead of having a mast pole inside like a monohull. This cable is our strength to hold the mast up under pressure. So lesson learned, you got to let that thing move if you want to keep your boat together. So that's what I done. If you notice there's 4 holes at the top there, that's for my pulley section that I made up. It's got pulleys that go right in there that allow me to have my halyards come down the mast and then turn out to each side of the hard top and then go back to my controls. So that's what those are for. I don't have them on there right now. I'm redoing those and cleaning them up and painting and everything. So that I'll put something on there about that later when I'm ready to go back together. So yep, that's the lesson. You gotta let it move or it won't like you very much. Surely pass us by. Storms and floods come like the tide. I'm ready to go, my friend, so climb aboard. Stick with me, we'll hit the water. Miami
take up